Hi, I'm Marshall. I'm the owner of Going Gear, and I'm here in our store in Smyrna, Georgia. This is the extended review of the Fenix LD50. Alright, so here we are with the Fenix LD50. Some good information here on the packaging. 1800 lumens on max output, goes all the way down to 25 lumens, 270 meter beam distance, and as always, you can get the full specs on our site, goinggear.com. Kind of an interesting form factor on this guy. So you've got the two battery tubes side by side, slim design, kind of a flat slim design, something similar to what they did with the TK35, but instead of that big round head, they've got a flat head that's in line with the body. Pretty cool design, pretty cool shape, nice form factor. I think they did a good job on the aesthetics and everything of this guy. So some other stuff that comes with it, you have some accessories. So you have a hex key if you want to remove that pocket clip or adjust it or anything like that, if you need to tighten it down. You've got some spare O-rings. You have a lanyard. You have a holster. So this guy comes with a holster that is made specifically for the light. Since it is kind of a unique shape, you know, some of the universal holsters might not work all that well with. But you can see the holster is made for the light. Fits in there really well, protects pretty much all of it. Nice and secure in there with that hook and loop on the front. And then you've got the place for you to attach it to your belt or pack or wherever else you want to attach it. A little loop there on the top if you want to run a carabiner or anything through that. User manual, warranty information, standard kind of information in there. And let's take a little bit closer look at the light. So again, kind of a unique shape on this, something different than what you'll see on every other Fenix light, as well as pretty much every other light on the market. There's not a whole lot of lights that look like this out there. So you got two battery tubes here on the back. They're each actually accessible by their own little tail cap thing, so you can remove those. Here's the pocket clip. You can see it recesses back in there pretty well. So to attach onto your belt or your pack or somewhere else and hold it on there nice and securely. You can see how recessed the this part of it is in the body of the flashlight. So that's kind of neat. Here is the switch on the side of the light that controls all the operation. Two Cree XML2 LEDs down in there. You can see smooth reflector. So you're not going to get any crazy distances because these aren't big, deep reflectors or anything like that. But for light this size, relatively small reflectors, 270 meters is respectable for sure. And a lot of that is just because of the sheer output. 1800 lumens is going to get out there pretty well, even in relatively shallow reflectors. So there's all the different sides of it and everything. Some nice knurling on the side, nice and grippy. Actually feels really good in the hand. Cool form factor to it. When you're holding it, you know, that button is right in the right place. All right, let's open it up, put a couple batteries in here. As always, if the light can take 18650s, and this does, it'll take two 18650s or four CR123s. I always recommend using 18650s if you're going to be using the light on a regular basis like most people do. 18650s will save you a lot of money in the long run. They're rechargeable. You know, you don't have to worry about continually feeding it the disposable batteries, the CR123s. So you can keep on recharging them. It's going to cost you a little bit more up front. But if you go to our site, goinggear.com, you can get batteries and chargers in bundles, save you a little bit of money. If you're going to be storing this for a long time, I don't know many people that would buy a light that costs a decent amount of money and just store it and not use it. But if you do intend to use this as an emergency light or a go bag or anything like that, then definitely use CR123s. Great shelf life. You don't have to worry about them self-discharging like you do with the lithium ions, because you do need to charge lithium ions every 6 months or so, as recommended by the manufacturers. So I got two Olight 3400 milliamp hour 18650s in there. I really like them. Good quality, using the same Panasonic cells as everybody else. And they put a nice circuit on there. Come with the carrying case. Good batteries. All right, so I got two of those in there. Let's show you the interface. Everything is controlled by the side switch. So you press and hold for a half second, and it's going to go into whatever output you had it in last. Tap it. Each time you do that, it's going to cycle through your different outputs. You also have a strobe in there, so if you press and hold from on or off, you'll see it'll go off and then it'll go into strobe. So same thing when you have it off. So you do the press and hold for a half second to get it into on, but if you keep on holding, it'll go into strobe. So you can get to strobe from on or off just by doing the press and hold for 1 second. And then to turn it on or off, you can just do the press and hold for a half second. So there you go. Turn around a little bit, show you those LEDs down in there again. All right, let's go over the interface again real quick. So just do a half second press to turn it on or off, full second press to go into strobe from on or off, and then just tap it while it's on to cycle through your different outputs. And it does have a memory, so if you turn it off, turn it back on, it's going to go back into that same output. Okay, so that's the interface and everything of the Fenix LD50. We're going to go ahead and take this guy outside, and we'll show you how it does outside. Alright, we're outside with the Fenix LD50. Got the big 40 mag light that I always use as a control, so pretty much everybody knows what it can do. Let's try it first. Little tree right there is about 30 feet away. Dock house down there on the lake is about 100 feet away. Alright, let's go ahead and try out the Fenix. So there it is on max output. Pretty crazy amount of light coming out of something relatively compact. Pretty cool beam on it, pretty cool form factor. They did a good job on this light. So we'll zoom in just so you can see how well the dock house is lit up down there. Everything's lit up really, really well. Really nice wide beam on this, and a good amount of very usable spill. So you got that big, bright, wide hot spot, and then a good amount of usable spill around. It's still pretty bright by itself. So you can see just the spill is lighting up that bush 30 feet away really well. It's actually making out to the dock house pretty well also. Let me show you the different levels. Low, good for up close kind of stuff. Actually makes it out to 30 feet just fine. Doesn't really make it out to 100 feet, but that's what you have the higher outputs for. Okay, let's try out a longer distance with the LD50 and see what it can do. Okay, we have some more distance to work with the Fenix LD50. Let's go and give that guy a try. Boat right there is about 15 feet away. Got a couple targets set up out there. First one is at 50 yards. Second one's 100 yards. Tree line beyond is 130 yards. Makes it out to all of that, no problem. Nice wide beam on it. This is a pretty cool light. You know, most of the flashlights we see, they're pretty similar in terms of form and function. This thing actually has a different shape to it, has that neat pocket clip on it. They did a good job of at least trying something different, and it worked out pretty well. They came up with a nice light. I like it. They did a good job. Let me show you what the different outputs look like. My only one minor complaint is I wish the low would be lower, and that's a complaint for pretty much every Fenix flashlight. They're known for not doing the super lows like the 0.2 lumens and stuff like that a lot of other manufacturers are doing. But it's a relatively minor complaint. It would be nice if they started doing that though. Okay, so there you go. That is the Fenix LD50. If you like it, you can buy it from us at goinggear.com. Any questions or comments, you can reach me in the comments or any of my guys at goinggear.com. If you like the video, please subscribe. I do a lot of gear and flashlight videos. As always, get going and start something. Thanks for watching.